are the top 10 most famous paintings in the world?
Oh, Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, obviously number one.
Probably Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Girl with the pearl earring.
Because I have no knowledge of art at all.
Last Supper, Starry Night, Van Gogh, Girl with pearl earring.
There must be a list.
You know
there
what?
must be a list.
I think my brain is broken with the Van Gogh Starry Night.
Yeah, all right,
CNN.
CNN.
I just see Lord of the Rings.
Top 10 most famous paintings in the world.
I just see like the Tower of not Sauron. It's
Tower of Sauron.
That's all I see. Like, can you show Starry Night will be on this list actually.
All right, Mona Lisa.
Shit.
Mona Lisa is number one.
Last Supper.
Have you actually seen the Last Supper?
I have seen Last Supper.
It's not like some like dingy fucking wall.
Yeah.
What?
It's not like some. I don't. It's
in Santa Maria, right?
Yeah,
it's cool.
Okay. Actually, Last Supper, I fuck with it just with how much is going on.
Yeah.
In this one, like Mona Lisa is like, oh, it's a fucking girl, isn't it? Oh, that's. It's.
I mean, I like
the eyes
it.
follow you wherever you
Yeah,
go.
oh, fucking mid. All right.
Whereas Last Supper is just Jesus like, boys, we eating good tonight, baby.
It's like me and the boys. Me and the boys
I was
rock up.
trying to be contrarian.
All right. Number three. Starry Night.
Dude, it doesn't. I just can't unthink of Lord of the Rings when I see the
Eye
tower.
of Sauron.
All I can think of is the Tower of Sauron. I cannot unthink it. And then the fucking bright ass sun. I just think this is some kind of Lord of the Rings
that's a moon,
shit.
I believe.
That's a moon,
Okay,
that's a
whatever. Sorry. I just think of the fucking tower. I don't know what's wrong with my brain.
I mean, it's alright.
I think it's just you've just seen it everywhere now, where it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's
I just
whatever.
like, okay.
I also-
one of the biggest things is like story for me. So I'm like, it looks visually, this looks cool, but I can't really like, I know I can't really garner any like emotion looking at the Starry Night.
I'd love to.
He was
know-
living in an asylum, apparently.
You know what?
Okay.
I bet there's, and I don't know.
Oh, the Scream. Okay, this one goes hard. This one's
cool.
This one goes hard.
Edward
Scream.
Munch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one goes hard.
Where's it being held? Tokyo. Oh, it's in Tokyo. Oh, no, it's in. Oh, it was. Oh, that was the picture was in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
All right, Scream, not overrated.
Yeah, that's
Guernica.
Guernica.
Okay, that's.
I've
Picasso.
never heard of this before.
Oh, really?
no,
This
I've
is
never
probably
seen it
one of the most famous Picasso paintings.
Never seen this one.
Okay, never seen this one, and it's number 5 already.
I think this one goes hard as well.
Cool.
This one,
that's
interesting. Okay, this is okay. I would go to an exhibit like this, look at this, and I'm like, this is interesting. And I can't think of any other word to describe this other than interesting.
I feel these kinds of paintings really straddle like traditional art and contemporary art.
How long would you have to look at this before you're like, all right, I think I'm getting something
I already
here.
don't like it. I've looked at it too long.
I don't know. This one's trippy and cool. I like it.
It's kind of like, huh.
Like the more you look at it,
if your kid drew this, you'd be like,
they'd be like, all right, put it on the fridge, I guess.
Did we just call Picasso a fridge painting?
hey,
Put it next to the macaroni art.
There's a bunch of fridge magnets with this on it. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, next one.
Oh,
The Kiss.
My parents have this hanging up in their bedroom, and I've always wondered what this was. The only thing I can see in this is that they referenced it in Elfin Lead. In the opening, which is cool.
I don't feel anything when I look at this.
I don't feel anything. I was going to say
It just
this
reminds me of home.
Yeah,
When I see this.
Yeah, okay. I don't. I'm not getting anything from this. All right,
Next one. What's the next one?
next one.
Go with pearl earring.
Mid.
I've seen this one.
Mid. And if it's just a paint.
The cool thing about Girl with Pearl Earring, though, is that it's like a fucking mystery of how you're... Because there's an entire movie based on this.
Yeah.
I think the biggest mystery from what I remember is that, for one, I think the person in this painting doesn't exist.
Yeah, so apparently it's like a weird painting thing where like you paint something made up.
Yeah, because in 1665, no one could get a hand on a pearl that big.
Right.
Without it costing like $1 billion. So people were like, so is this a self-portrait or is this just Vermeer just like making something up?
Bro, just...
but it's weird that it'd be making something up because for that era, no one was doing paintings like that. So there's the whole like mystery of like, so is it an actual person or is it Vermeer cracked?
I also think back then they preferred to paint like things that were there and real.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was like a big emphasis on that, I think.
Yeah.
So bro was like, I can paint something from my mind. And the world was like, yo,
He kind of was the first
no way.
painter with a domain expansion. That's what kind of like, that's what kind of made it legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the backstory is cool. The painting itself is just like whatever.
Painting itself
I
is
think,
like,
I think if I'm not mistaken, okay, I feel like I know more than I should about this, but Vermeer was famous because he was, if you look at his work, it's impeccable how he drew, like painted light. Like if you look at any of his work, how he like understands light is insane. There's one or two examples of like where I think he does it maybe more interestingly. But like, yeah, look at the woman with the one with the jug is also.
Oh,
really
that
famous.
one's really famous.
Right.
Yeah.
So open up like a big version of it. Like look, it's kind of fucked up because you're like, how did this man? It looks almost real.
Yeah.
The way that the light bounces
bro,
off everything.
I know why the girl with the pearl earring is the most famous painting of his.
Yeah.
Because it looks most like a YouTube thumbnail. You know how they say,
No, it is not.
you're like,
Look at this shit. The light, the use of light on that is fucked up.
Yeah, but if one thing
how do you do that, bro?
If there's one thing I've learned from
RTX
YouTube,
was on.
if there's one thing I've learned from YouTube is that you like if you need something marketable, you need someone's face right in front center. This shit, people look at this and they're like, I don't.
Our YouTubers are like, thank you Vermeer for the perfect thumbnail.
Look at the fucking
Bro
basket.
perfected thumbnails in the 1600s, man.
Look at the items. Look
Yeah.
how good the lighting is on them.
It looks like a photo.
You literally can't tell the difference between like if it was that blurry, if that was real or fake.
Yeah.
It took a little. It's scary.
That's cool, but like these kinds of paintings, I'm like, it's cool. Like the technique is cool, but it doesn't make me feel anything because it's like, this is like a photo back in the day, you know?
That's fucked. Look at that. That
Yeah.
looks real.
That does look
Could you
real.
imagine seeing that in the 1600s? Your mind
Yeah.
would be fucking blown. You'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Give me your paint. Let me sniff it.
And then they invented the camera and they were like, they made what?
He's like, I'm out of business. What the fuck? I'm out of business.
For me, it's just like,
Guess I'll die.
It's like I painted this in 4 years. Yeah. It's a screen and you're
like,
just
we
like,
made this in 4 minutes.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. And I'm just like, I just took a screenshot. All right.
like that looks insane.
Well, I think like the reason why Van Gogh became popular after his death is because of it was something to do with like how weird his colors were and how unusual that was.
Okay, Birth of Venus.
Oh, this one's mid.
This one's mid.
It's used too much. Overused now.
Yeah.
No, it's cool though.
It's cool.
1400. That's fucked. How do we
Yeah.
keep stuff around that long? I barely. We bought Nintendo fucking GBA games. You ever seen a Nintendo GBA box when you were a kid? No, I never saw it. Threw that shit away. How do they keep this shit around for so long? All right, carry on.
All right.
I don't know this one.
I don't know this one either.
Diego Velázquez, 1656.
I'll take not famous. Never heard of it.
Alexei.
W painting.
Yeah.
W. Could we get W's in the chat for this painting? All right, what's the last one? Oh, absolute W.
Great. Oh my god, what a
Gotta be-
W.
Such a hard image.
Gotta be S tier. S plus
This is
tier,
S
W
tier.
goated.
Holy shit, this is
Would
absolutely
goon
goated.
too. I goon max to this one.
Paintings that go hard, man.
I'm pretty sure Michelangelo gooned after finishing this one, man. Like, he looked up at the ceiling and he was like, I've done it.
Kind of crazy that he painted it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just an absolute mad lad.
Wasn't he also like, I think I saw a bunch of YouTube videos on like how this came to be. Like, I'm pretty sure like Michelangelo, there's like bits and pieces of this painting that the church originally didn't want in.
Oh, wow.
But to like retaliate against the church or something, he like hid a bunch of like, not anti-church, but like stuff that the church wasn't a huge fan of in the paintings. And I guess like the church was like, yeah, it's good.
Man, Adam got done dirty with his dick though.
Yeah, that is
Absolutely not a shower. That's for sure.
But holy shit, that pose though. My man was listening to the Giga Chad song when he was like Michelangelo was posing at him. Man, look at that shit.
It is, yeah. Could you imagine? Because it says it took 4 years to paint.
Yeah.
Just imagine like being one of the church goers or whatever, just seeing it coming along. Must have been the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Coming in every like week or Sunday, like damn.
I can't imagine
really
how
coming
I can't
together.
imagine how fucked his neck would have been afterwards.
Yeah,
though.
right.
Yeah.
Just like doing this for 4 years. Like,
Absolutely mad lad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
that goes
I'm
hard.
glad,
Yeah.
I'm glad we all have some appreciation for art. As I get older, I guess you come to realize, yeah, we kind of need this shit.
Yeah, we do. Well, to me,
Yeah.
art is like, to me at least, everyone has a different definition of art. To me, art has always been about communication. And it doesn't matter what kind of media, whether it be paintings. The thing that makes paintings hard to appreciate as a kid is that I feel like whenever I've really appreciated a painting, I've definitely needed more than just a quick glance. You know what I mean? It's something, it's like you watch a piece or, you watch a movie or something and you're like, okay, you're sitting down for this duration of this movie and then you will get some kind of emotional response. Same thing with music. You listen to the entire song. With a painting, there are so many different layers of how
the historical, the time, the aspect of showing you what the kind of what was popular then. You get a real sense of what was the style, and you can imagine people being like, this is shit. Or, this Picasso, I'm sure, was kind of really out there at the time. You can probably get a feeling for that when you look at it, because even now you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, but
Picasso, what you good, bro?
But one thing I do like about some pieces of art, which is just I think it's the rawest way to really get a sense about what someone's inner emotions is sometimes, especially with some more of the modern arts. I don't know how it classifies itself, but sometimes you just look at a different combination of lines and squiggles and some shit, and you're just like, what were you feeling?
I feel that way about every Salvador Dali painting.
Well, I guess
why is Dali not on here,
Well,
man?
I see here it says persistence of memory is the ones that came close, which is probably his most famous one.
Let's see that one.
Oh, the Night's Watch there. I saw that one too.
Yeah.
That's why I said some museum, because if you try to
It's the melting clock one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I do like that one. That one cool.
That one was. This is cool as fuck.
It's so
man.
sick.
All right, this is.
That goes so hard. Look at that.
Yeah, I do like
That does go hard.
Fuck yeah.
Does feel like something that belongs in a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, though, all of this painting. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
I just realized Joey likes anything that could
Weird.
pass for an album cover.
Or like acids.
Dude, this is an album cover, is it not?
Of course it is.
This is such an album cover.
This is an album cover,
This
man.
is so sick.
Okay, you know what? I think, I'm very fortunate. I've never had to go through some really, really tough hardship in my life. Right? I've been and I think almost that's why as well, something like Van Gogh, right, doesn't connect with me as much. Because I think art in a sense is man, as you get older, you're like, man, I'm so, even religious, you're like, I love God so much. Does anyone else love God so much? And you see this picture of Adam and Eve, you're like, fuck, I get it. I feel so good about this. And same with Van Gogh, you're like, man, I'm going through some shit right now.
Yeah.
I just need to know if anyone else has felt this way, because everyone else felt so fucked up. And then you see a Van Gogh painting of him doing a self-portrait when after he cut off his ear, and you're like,
everyone's like, preach.
I imagine that's how it is, right? As you get older and you can appreciate the stuff, because you're like, I can now I've gone through some of these aspects of my life.
Well, you know what kind of
sympathy. I can see the art. I imagine when I'm sure when I'm 60 and I've either had some real fucking hardships, or I've lost people I care about. Probably seeing the Van Gogh of him after the self-portrait after he cut off his ear. I'm sure that'll feel so fucking raw to me at some point.
I feel like with art, it's so hot, as humans, right? We can sympathize a lot of the times, but it's, we get the true connection when we empathize.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because the first time, I really felt this was, it's, to me, it is a piece of art, which is watching the ending of Evangelion. You watch it as a kid.
I know you bring up anime.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first. It's the first time I something my brain chemistry changed to be oh, this is some stupid artist pretentious shit.
That'll be a portrait of Asuka in a museum in 400 years. They'll be like, this is one of the first examples of this style.
I really want to, in 400, if I could time travel 400 years from now and go to an art museum and just see the frame of with the cum in his hands.
That'll be this in the National Museum.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, okay.
This is one of the first Hideki Anno amazing pieces that really evokes
preserved for 400 years.
Well, do you think do you think in terms of influential people and influential culture, right? Do you think the people that are living in our generation will be looked back upon as as influential as some of the people in the past? Because you think of some, not even with artists, but some scientists as well. Nabi,
people talk about stuff I don't know, Charlie Chaplin, that, right?
Yeah.
Someone of kind of recent history, but so much is credited to him, and so much people talk about him and about his stuff.
Yeah, Nabi, can you search up the smartest picture ever taken? Or something.
Okay. I think I know the one you're on about.
Yeah. And you think the photo of the most intelligent people ever taken.
Oh, I have seen this.
Yeah,
yes.
it's can you find one where like they have all the names on? Because you look at this picture and you think, and you look at some of the names on here and you're like, these people all existed in the same time period.
Oh yeah.
And
There we go.
you think this is like, this picture has got to be one of the most stacked pictures that has ever been taken in like the history
So
of like
as Planck,
photograph.
Einstein, Picard,
Lorentz,
Schrodinger,
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Dude, collectively, there's about
Picard.
90,000 IQ in this picture.
Bro,
Bro,
this
look at
this
that.
is my
Yeah.
entire like physics and chemistry textbook in a picture, and you think all these people existed at the same time, just like
Me and the boys changing history. That's what this picture is.
look at this shit, man.
That's so stacked.
And you think to yourself, damn, are there this amazing are there this many amazing people that exist in our time period
Probably.
that could
Just
like
spread
come
out.
together?
I'm sure because like, you know, there's still like every single year, you know, like you hear about certain discoveries being made, which like at the time of them, you know, being discovered and being presented to the public, like you think to yourself like, oh, okay, that's a cool little discovery, I guess. But then, you know, 5, 10, 50, 100 years from then, you realize like, oh, wait, actually this tiny little discovery that everyone thought was just like that's kind of a cool thing, ends up being something that just like completely changes the trajectory of history, right? Or like technology or something like that. You know, like the Japanese guy who discovered the blue LED. You know, like at the time, everyone was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. But now you realize, oh, wait, everything fucking uses a blue LED now. You know?
I didn't.
You didn't know that?
Well, I didn't know
I
that.
also watched the Veritasium.
Yeah, but I didn't. I know about blue LEDs, but I didn't realize there was.
I didn't know
don't.
either
Did
that
you know
was-
the name of the guy?
Fucking by Tanaka Taro. I don't know.
Solid bet. Solid bet.
Solid bet.
Solid bet.
Shuji Nakamura. There you go.
I feel like I always hear Nakamura's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a very common
That
surname.
lineage gets a lot done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hear a lot from the Satos.
No. Sato's a lacking,
They
bro.
slacking, bro.
Come on, man.
Getting too
Sato's
cozy.
Come on, Satos. Get with it.
So is
Yeah,
there,
so that was, I guess, the museums. I didn't know we were going to go talk about artguess in museums for so long. But
I didn't know.
I can keep talking about it.
That was the first time I ever talked about it. I guess there's other stuff that I did too, which we could talk about. But I guess, you know, I don't want to bore people too much about artwork because I'm sure they're sleeping. I think the last thing people want to hear from us is artwork. Maybe. I think 3 people in the comments are very happy.
But like I do agree. As you grow older, you build more of an appreciation of all kinds of art because you get to experience more kinds of emotions, more things in life that allow you to empathize with some of the emotions that these artists were feeling. Because I do feel some of the most powerful art, unfortunately, is made by some of the most fucked up people or people going through some of the most strongest emotions in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think, you know, unfortunately, the stronger the art, the more shit the artist was going through back at the time, especially in modern day art as
I mean,
well.
we're obsessed with the tortured artist trope as a people.
Yeah.
For some reason, we love that.
Yeah. And a lot of times, you know, torture and just going through bad shit brings forth the strongest pieces of inspiration as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.